I am recording audio. Welcome to NFL Draft Bust, episode 15 now. We're counting them up. Yeah, big 2-5. What I'm trying to think
You
what my
said 15.
15. It's big 2-5. I don't know. I'm getting all my fives together. I have had lack of sleep. There's a new Draft Bust child in the house. Little baby Eleanor.
Good job, man.
Yeah,
Congrats.
yeah, really sleepy. But yeah, so episode 25. I'm trying to think what is a famous number 25
Mark McGuire.
for football, Nick. I know I'm wearing a Washington National shirt right now. I was trying to look to see.
There's got to be some running back. It's like Deuce McAllister or something like that.
Deuce McAllister. Here, we'll look at this. SI is the best. Uniform number 00 to 49. I'll scroll down through this real quick, guys. This is the glory of us being live and being able to Google things on the fly. Oh, a Raider,
Chris
Nick.
Burke here with Doug Farrar for SI.com, and this week we rolled out our
who
best
is it?
players in the Super Bowl
Blitnikoff?
by jersey.
Oh,
number.
shit.
Some of the
Yeah,
decisions
that's the best
a lot
number
easier than
25
others.
per SI. That is. So, now we got that tangent out of the way. We wanted to kick it into and talk about some NFL news this week. I know the big thing that's back is Brandon Marshall's kind of happy. You know, he's so happy he bet his Porsche against
it's
Antonio
fucking
Brown. Against Antonio Brown because they signed Ryan Fitzpatrick back.
Yeah, that was dumb as shit.
I think it's a little dumb too because I don't think you have back-to-back really good years like that. It just doesn't happen. Not for the Jets.
No. I mean, they had to sign him. They kind of got a good deal. What was it, 13 mil?
For Fitzy,
Yeah.
I think it was somewhere around there. It was 12 or 13. But definitely a one-year deal. But if you look at
Yeah.
what last year, he got $3 million, something like that. He didn't get a whole lot last year. But like I think the biggest news this week is most certainly the training camp kicked back out, and now everybody's getting hurt. I think last year the big name that came up was Dante Fowler. Fowler got hurt like instantly.
Yeah, almost kind of like the report that came out with dude from the Bears.
Kevin
Why am I
White.
drawing a blank? What?
Kevin White.
No, the guy that they just drafted.
Are you talking about the Bengals?
No, the guy the Bears drafted. Leonard
Leonard Floyd. Oh yeah, he got carted off like the second day of practice.
But they said it wasn't anything serious. But then the Bengals lost Williams III today with a torn pectoral muscle, so he's going to be out
I
probably
think.
all season.
Yeah. No. Dude, who came back? Did Suggs come back in the same year?
Well, Suggs is a man bear child.
But he had a torn pec and then came back like halfway through the season or something.
Yeah.
Old Ray Lewis was probably giving him his deer antler urine rub log thing, whatever the hell
Telling
it
him
is.
how to get rid of a body.
I do think Nick may laugh a little bit. The biggest injury to happen so far is probably Kellen Moore breaking his ankle.
I mean, did you see that thing that NFL Memes posted about Tony Romo laying on the ground holding his collarbone?
Yeah,
I mean,
they are. Like, the NFL memes are complete savages when it comes to Cowboys fans.
they don't give a fuck.
But it's like I would say a good 30% of their memes are Dallas Cowboy related.
Yeah, the one about Dez today dropping balls.
Yeah,
They called him Stonehand McGee.
yeah, that's exactly it.
No, but I really think that's going to hurt them more than people want to give them credit for because you
Well, no.
can't go through and not have a good backup. So, I mean, because you got to look at all these teams that lose their number one quarterback and then they just fall off the charts. So, I mean,
Well-
that's why Chase Daniels, Jesus Whitehurst, all those people have some sort of living because they're a decent game managing quarterback.
Cowboys roster. So let's see. Like they drafted what? Dak Prescott. Is that
Yeah.
somebody? They drafted that guy this year. And I think he was their third string quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and now Tony Romo goes down. You got a rookie managing your team.
And what happened? That's exactly like the last 2 years they've rotated a bunch of veterans back through there, which we can talk about a little later when we get into our bust in the top 30 and stuff. One other big thing, I know we didn't tell you this, everybody, but Wilson's not here tonight. He's got some things he's got to take care of. He will be back with us next week for sure. But what about Le'Veon Bell saying that he just didn't get a phone call about his drug test?
Well, we kind of talked about that last week, right?
We talked about it a little bit, but
Yeah.
now they're saying like he won't get out of it. So last week we were thinking, okay, he might get out of it, it might not be a big
Well,
deal.
they said a non-drug test is a failed drug test.
I can totally see that because it's
So,
like
I mean,
I think last week we talked about it and used the whole Tom Brady thing. You're guilty by not having any evidences at all.
just smashing your phone.
Yeah, breaking them every week.
Hey, it happens.
I do want to say like there's one Broncos news that is noteworthy is that Phil Taylor like tore his ACL for the 15th time in his career. So I think it's safe to say that he will be.
He will no longer step on a football field.
Yeah, because that was a guy drafted by the Browns, pretty high overall back then. Round 1, pick 21 in 2011. And he has spent his entire professional career pretty much just hurt.
I mean, how many players do that though?
I mean, granted a lot. Like his rookie season, he had 59 tackles and 4 sacks. 59 tackles is a lot for defensive lineman. But then he goes, it is next year.
He's a defensive lineman and he tore his ACL?
Yeah,
Damn.
that's exactly it. So like 2011, 12, 13 he got hurt, 14 he got hurt, 15 he got cut, and then the Broncos signed him because he rehabbed all year. And then like third day of training camp, he he like rips it apart again.
I was very shocked at how many players are on the PUP list to start the season.
Yeah, but a lot of those
I understand
guys.
why they're doing it.
Mhm.
Because I mean, who is it? Arian Foster, Deion Jordan? There's a shit ton of people on it.
Yeah, and a lot of them are the older vet guys that don't really need to get banged up and do all that crazy stuff
Yeah,
at
they
the
just
beginning.
need to get loose. Did you see Tom Brady was going to work out with Wes Welker and Randy Moss?
When he's off,
Yeah.
that'll do him some good considering during the season he can't talk to anybody. I do kind of think it's funny that Arian Foster was not on the PUP list.
He is.
No, he's not. He was active.
I could have swore it said he started on the injury list.
No, he was on it all. I mean, he might have been the very first day, but ever since then he's been off.
No.
So I know some other stuff. Andre Johnson and James Jones, the old men, keep getting signed by people. I know last week we talked about how I might be faster than Andre Johnson, but he still got signed by the Titans. And then James Jones, who is it? Stevie Johnson?
Yep.
Yeah, Stevie Johnson got hurt and he's out for the year. And they signed James Jones, which I think isn't bad. I'd rather have him than Andre.
He can't wear that hoodie down there, man. It's too hot.
I love how they made that rule. Just because of him. He's like, I'm just trying to stay warm.
No, I mean, it's Madrick, Andre Johnson, James Jones. I mean, there's going to be a few more. I mean, thank God somebody got smart in Baltimore and cut Trent Richardson.
No, I think it's a really good thing. However, they still did not get smart in Atlanta because they signed Freeney. He's like 30.
Well, that's what they needed to do in the draft.
30. How old is he? They need to put Vic Beasley there and let him just run.
That's like what we talked about though earlier with them is that they have nobody else, so they'll just triple team Vic Beasley.
No, that's exactly it. They have Warlow at linebacker, but they don't have anybody to blitz. Like we talked about all year. There's just not a guy that can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, they don't just have that defensive end that pin his ears back, whatever else you want to say, that cliche to get after the quarterback, but that's what's killing them.
Hey, what are you drinking on?
I'm actually drinking on
Just some.
Tall grass is the 8-bit.
Oh, 8-bit's my favorite Tallgrass one.
Um,
Their little 4-pack that they sell,
yeah, dude, it's perfect.
and it's like you get 4 and you're like, oh, I'm feeling this is a pretty good day.
It's 5.2%. I mean, I like the 16-bit because it's a double.
Yeah,
It's such a good beer.
I just like the 8-bit is one that I drink a lot, really, for a while.
I haven't had that in so long. I was like, I'm drinking that tonight. So tweeting them out.
There you go.
Sorry,
Um,
Yeehaw.
Yeah, yeehaw, we're cheating on you tonight. Oh, did I tell you? On Thursday, the day before Eleanor was born, I was at the social downtown, and it was yeehaw night. So Sam actually came up and was talking to me, and was like, "Hey man," I was like, "Dude, you know, what's the guy that runs your PR?" Because I can't remember who the dude was. And he goes, "Yeah, it's blah blah." I go, "Hey, he told me to give you some fantasy advice," and I just started joking. And he goes, "Are you those guys that?" He started talking to you on Twitter, and I was like, "Yeah, that's us." And then he gave me like a mug. And so I have like a pint glass, and then I have 3 or 4 stickers and a koozie.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I know. I'll give you the pint glass.
If you sponsor us, I'll drink nothing but Yeehaw on here.
I'll tell everybody to drink yeehaw. Every bar I go to.
Hell yeah. I had a Dunkel the other night at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'll be drinking on a Coors Light, and they'll be like, "What are you drinking on?" I'm like, "I'm drinking on that yeehaw pale ale." It's just like lie to them. That looks kind of light.
Yeehaw.
That looks kind of light for a pale ale. No, it's great.
Don't worry about it. You don't
Yeah.
know what I'm doing.
Just order one. I do want to get into. I know we're kind of short-staffed tonight without Wilson, but our fantasy rankings. Nick and I have finally finished our top 300 list, and we're going to publish them out. I want to pretty up the document a little bit, so it's not just like three cells in Excel, and we put it out, and it's 100% Bush League. You know,
Hey,
we're Draft Buzz. It's
that's
Bush
how we
League.
are, man.
The nicest thing we have is a website, and someone helped me build it. So, but we did finish that.
You finally have my bio up.
I did. I put Wilson's up too. I looked up because my Steve Atwater ball is staring down at me.
It's not in the crib.
No, I'm afraid she'd throw up on it. It's right next to my Benny Cunningham helmet too. My eyes watering.
It's funny. When did you buy that? Last Monday?
It's whatever day you were hammered. Did you talk me into it?
Oh, it had to be Sunday. Because Sunday I got home from work and just started drinking.
Because I got it Thursday. So.
Yeah, that's what it was. So I got that Aaron Donald ball.
It was the same night. You bought that, I bought that.
So I couldn't get that until yesterday because you know how you got to sign for it?
Oh, has it been trying to deliver to the house?
Yeah. So
luckily my wife's been off work, so it just shows up and she signs for it all.
Abby was so pissed. She was like, "What the hell is this?"
That's why you have separate accounts.
No, it was just we do, and she keeps seeing boxes of autographed memorabilia show up.
She's just like, Nick got drunk again, and he bought 17 signed footballs from like 17 signed footballs. 3 of them are Brian Hartline. Like just,
That Wilson kryptonite is gonna get me through the Bush League.
are you gonna? I hope he comes to the draft. But anyway, back to this top 300 list. We're gonna put it out. I went really crazy into it, doing a whole bunch of rankings, and kind of talking about all the stuff. And one thing we want to talk about tonight is a bust in the top 30, and then a steal around 70 to 100. So if you think about it, teams are kind of made from pick 1 to pick 100 in a 10-team league, because that's the first 10 drafts or first 10 rounds.
I mean, that's your starters.
Yeah, that's typically the people you're going to draft in the top 100 are going to be the people you're going to start at
90%
least,
of the time.
yeah, over half of the year for sure. And,
So I mean, we could do steals later in where your team's built in that depth area, like basically 12 to like
12 to
the 8 to
16.
12 round.
Yeah,
But if you swing and miss on a first round pick, from experience, and I did it last year with Eddie Lacy, it fucking sucks.
I don't even remember who my first. Look at is it Aaron Rodgers? No.
Now it's shady.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought
so
he was going to be great.
these were the first round picks last year. We had Lacey, Le'Veon, Antonio Brown, Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles, Marshawn Lynch, LaShawn, and Lamar Miller. So we had 2.5 people that weren't a bust that just ruined their team.
Yeah.
And that's including all of our keepers. Like I had Jeremy Hill. I thought I was set up fucking just
I kept a kicker.
great.
I'll never live it down when we first started this kicker thing, and I kept the Broncos kicker the first year. I was like, why not? I'll probably draft a kicker in the 9th round again.
Fucking Matt Gay.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well until he drank a beer. So, but
who do you got as your top 30 busts?
so we were talking about earlier. You know, Kellen Moore broke his ankle. Tony Romo can't stay healthy a full year. Des Bryant, top 30 bust. In our top 300. His weighted rank came out to 9. Where did he go at last year in our league?
He went 12th overall.
12th overall. Dang. So he was 4th pick of the 2nd round.
Yep.
I just think, I mean, if you look at it, his stats last night were not good. Played first game, out, 5 games after that. Had 100-yard game last year. Only scored 3 touchdowns. Tony Romo only played, 4 games last year?
Yeah.
Something ridiculous.
It's hard for me to say that he's a bust.
Always a bust.
Top 10 wide receivers, he is the one that I'm staying away from.
Oh, definitely. I think in the top 10, he is the least sure bet.
All right, would you rather have him or Randall Cobb?
I'd take Randall Cobb because Aaron Rodgers is going to be alive.
Him or Demaryius Thomas?
Demaryius Thomas, even with a shitty quarterback.
Him or Alshon Jeffrey?
Alshon. So far, I've said yes so much.
Let's
Him or AJ Green, I'd take Dez.
see, Wilson would punch you in the face right now.
He would. He's probably shitting in my mailbox right now.
What about Amari Cooper?
I think it would be really high to take Amari, but I would rather have him in the long run.
Yeah. So, I mean, Dez is still, he's just that freak of nature.
I don't
wide
think he
receiver.
is. I think his health is his biggest concern. Like,
Yeah.
he's TO stats, but he can't stay healthy for his life.
No, and I mean, what is this, 3 years now that he's had some sort of nagging injury?
Yeah. Well, so in 15, he only played 9 games. 14, 13, 12, yeah, all had 1,200 plus. And 10 plus touchdowns for sure. So,
Yeah,
I just feel like he's always nagging and dragging along.
I mean, I'm up in the air about it. If I'm sitting there in the 4th round and he's there, I'm going to snag him up. Especially in our shitty
Oh, definitely.
8-team league. What about first pick in the 3rd?
No. I'd take him at the end of the 3rd or the 4th. Just because I'd stack up, let's think here. In our league? Yeah, 20 or later, definitely.
All right.
In a normal league, if it's a 10-team league, I would take him in the 3rd round, anywhere in there.
All right.
But if he's earlier than that, I'm just going to stack up running backs. So, but that's my biggest thing. What do you got for Bucks at top 30?
You know what? I kind of felt like this last year, and if I had him on my team, I would have totally traded him away. Just sold while he's hot. Devontae Freeman. So Devontae Freeman had 1,056 yards, and then 11 touchdowns. Although 8 of those touchdowns came in 3 games. So he had like 4 monster games and then just fell the fuck off.
No, I totally see that. So I'm just stopping here for a second. ESPN has him at 6. Fox has him at 4. NFL has him at 8. Way overhyped. And that's running back. So that's 8th running back, 6th running back, 4th running back.
Yeah, like I just feel he's going to be that person that goes really, really early. Where they're like, ooh, God.
Because people just saw him come out last year. He went off. To your point, yeah, for very few games, but didn't he get several touchdowns?
So against Dallas, he went for 141, 3 touchdowns. Against Houston, he went for 68, 3 touchdowns. And against New Orleans, he went for 100 for 2 touchdowns. And that was within 4 weeks.
And then it just sizzled off.
After week 8, He didn't have one 100-yard game and only 4 touchdowns.
See, that's the thing is my 22 starter league, he was an absolute steal. I got him for $3. Starting running backs don't go for less than 20. But I traded him away this year for Derek Carr, Geno Atkins, and topper rights on Jamal Charles.
It's not bad.
But granted, I gave Freeman and Jarrell Casey. So,
But yeah, against the Saints and that shitty defense, he had 12. I mean, sorry, San Francisco for 12 rushes for 12 yards.
but I want to give a little credit there is that their rush defense is actually better than their pass.
All right, what about? I mean, you got to think he plays Tampa, he plays Carolina. He's got a tough schedule.
He plays good run. What did he have against the 2 Carolina games? Do you have that?
First Carolina game, he had 12 for 40, and then 22 for 73.
Was that 22 for 73 one, the really close one?
Yeah, that was the one in Atlanta.
Yeah. So, no, I definitely can see that. I mean, where's he at he's 19 in the Draft Buzz top 300.
I'm trying to see where he went last year in ours.
Oh, he went late. Somebody's keeping him.
Yeah, Alex got him in the 10th.
Yeah, because he got him right before I was going to draft him.
Which, I mean, down there with a keeper league, great.
Yeah, the 10th is good. I mean, another thing that scares me, and you mentioned that they're going to do a running back by committee because they want to give Coleman more touches. They want him out there with the ball running.
I don't know. I just don't like that Atlanta offense. Fucking Keanu Neal, the one that should have got drafted in the 4th round.
Yeah. Fourth round talent, first round draft pick.
No, but I think people are going to really reach on him. I wouldn't be surprised in a lot of leagues if he goes first round.
Freeman?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the whole committee stuff is what's kind of pushing him back.
So,
I think like this year, I wouldn't go after him until the 4th round.
no, like,
That's like the earliest I would take him, and that'd be a stretch
yeah.
for me. But so the steal we want to talk about, and this is kind of the guys that you'd get in the 7th to 10th round. Again, we're going to talk later about some good steals, some things that we really think are going to be out there, but these are just like normal guys. And mine's kind of a reach, but it's some guy I really like, and they've been talking a lot about, and it's Tavon Austin. So he did get hurt in practice, but it was because he got dehydrated. So not like he actually got hurt. But the thing to watch out for him is he's going to be that dual threat wide receiver. So like Wallace back in the day and things like that, he's definitely going to get more catches. I think last year he had 50 catches for around 500 yards, 5 TDs. This year, Fisher's saying he's going to have 100 plus.
See, I don't know if they know how to use him.
I think they do. Because last year he had 1,000 yards. He had 500 receiving, 500 rushing. For a total of 9 touchdowns.
Like, he's supposed to be awesome. Because he's just that freak of nature play athlete. He's like Reggie Bush when Reggie Bush was Reggie Bush at USC.
He's healthier than Reggie though. But I just think he's just really fast.
I can see that. I mean, just swing it out to him and let him run.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, is that a very productive offense?
It will be. I honestly think so.
I think with Goff there, they're going to rely on that. And if you do a quick play action to Gurley, cut out to him, he's gone.
No, he is. And even if they throw it deep, I mean, they got Kenny Britt on the other side, and they still have Brian Quick, and they have Farrell Cooper.
I mean, Kenny Britt's
going to be like, brick hands. He's going to be the short guy that's going to get like the 10-15 curl.
Yeah.
Tavon's going to have the ones going across the deep. What I always thought was funny last year is they lined him up in the I formation. Like Tavon was the running back in the I formation for them several times. Like last year, he averaged 28 yards a rush.
Damn. Like, I can totally, I can see him falling and falling and falling.
Yeah, I mean he averaged 9 catch. I say it. He averaged 28 yards a game. Sorry, he averaged 9 yards a rush. 9 yards a rush. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can see him falling to somebody in like maybe the like 10th or 11th where you
See, I think
snap him up.
he's gonna be a 10th to 11th round pick, and I think even with just the stats he had last year, he's a flexer every week.
Yeah. I
So
mean, great matchup play.
no, definitely, and their schedule next year is gonna be really good for some of those teams, and I think I want to look at his game log. Let's see
So
here.
that's, you know, what's funny. I don't know what it is. I just think it's like the Rams' year to break out.
It really is.
I mean, how many times have we said like the Rams are so good? I mean, that fucking defense.
It's just their division is what kills them.
Yeah, that defense though, man. You got Robert Quinn.
Oh, they lost Ogletree or something. They lost somebody today. No, never mind. Lance Dunbar got hurt. Sorry. I always thought, what was the running back or the linebacker they had?
Laurinaitis.
Maybe that was it. Somebody that kept getting hurt. No, they had Ogletree, and I think Lance Dunbar. It's Lance Ogletree, and I got confused earlier. But
I was about to say, Alec Ogletree was a beast
yeah,
at Georgia.
it was Lance Dunbar. But their division is what kicks them in the
Yeah.
ass. Everybody got good in that division at the same time. Like the year the Niners went to the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
They that was the
Didn't
year
they-
that the Rams beat them twice or something.
Like that was the year the Rams were like 5-1 in their division.
Yeah, they like it was like that year the Raiders were 6-0 in their
Yeah.
division and didn't make the playoffs.
No, it's funny because you can look at the AFC West now where you're like, all right, that's completely up for grabs. You could almost say the NFC West is completely up for grabs. I still think the Cardinals are going to run away with it, but
Yeah,
I just think the Rams are they're just that one step away.
I think like we've always said, they're one good quarterback, like a consistent quarterback away from making it.
I think if they just had a like true number one wide receiver, they'd be really good.
Like that, see, that's I don't understand why they didn't go after. I know they were going to draft somebody, but why they didn't go after Brock? Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not Fisher's way, but you're true. They
So-
never they have never went off. Like they haven't had a possession wide receiver since probably the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Torrey
Isaac,
Holt.
Torrey
Isaac
Holt,
Bruce.
Isaac Bruce. That's probably it. Way back then, but I wanted to look at and tell you. So Tavon's stats: Arizona he hit 96 for 2 touchdowns. The second game he only had 24. So kind of balance that out. And then at Seattle, didn't do diddly squat.
That's who got paid today.
Who?
Well, Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh yeah, well he got what 5-year extension for 60 mil.
Yeah, that's a he's a playmaker, man.
He really is, but he also has one of those injury things. Like he gets these little stupid injuries and then he's out. So
All right, my skill. I think everybody knows. Anybody that's listened to us consistently knows it's Blake Bortles.
Diddy burgers
Yeah,
on
drop
the
it.
charcoal grill.
I just think that that offense has only gotten better. The only thing that scares me about that is the offensive line. I read a bunch of stuff that him and Julius Thomas are starting to create those connections and everything like that. You got the Allen brothers, and a great tight end and a damn good running back. So I mean that's what the offense needs. I know we brought it up saying, hey, they're gonna not have to throw the ball as much because their defense improved, but I picture them stepping on people's throats.
No, I can see it. They're going to be a pass first offense. It really, that's what's going to be because now, I mean, they got Ivory back there, so they're going to be able to get those couple yards. But I think first down, it's almost going to be pass every time.
Yeah. I mean, last year he had 606 attempts, 58.6 completion percentage, which is pretty damn good, and 35 touchdowns. And fantasy wise, he averaged 17 points a game. For a quarterback that you can probably get in the late later half of a draft, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So our rankings, I think what we had them 16, 15, 16
Quarterback or overall?
quarterback. Overall, we have them at 74.
Quarterback. Yeah, I'll look real quick. Yeah, with 15.
Yeah. So I mean, middle of the pack, but middle of the pack with a ton of upside.
Yeah,
Like,
I
would you
know.
rather have him or Fitzpatrick?
I mean, of course you'd rather have him, especially if you're doing like a keeper league or something like that. But I think the big thing is he's going to be hyped this year. He really is.
Oh yeah.
So like even though we're ranking and saying he's going to go 7 to 10 round,
Yeah.
I think this year you could see him going as high as
In a
fifth.
10-team league, we have him going 7-4. But quarterbacks usually don't go that early.
Yeah, they do. I mean, not quarterbacks like the middle of the run quarterbacks, but you do see the top five going up there.
So our third quarterback overall last year was Teddy Bridgewater.
That's Wilson.
That was you.
Who did I got Tom Brady before him, didn't I?
Yeah, you went Tom Brady, then 2 rounds later, Teddy Bridgewater.
I was just trying to not put all my eggs in one basket.
Nate's gonna fuck us with Cam Newton all the way down there.
I don't think so. I think Cam's going to have a terrible year. He can't shake Von Miller, and now he's going to be all like distraught.
No, he's gonna go just stiff arm.
Stiff arming who? His own teammates?
Maybe.
The unemployment line?
No, but yeah, he's gonna build up. You know who else I think might have a secretly good year is old Jameis Winston.
I could totally see it because he, from first game last year to week 6 or to not week 17, he was totally different. He was not like the guy that I thought was going to be stupid, not be able to make the right plays, not be able to evolve, change the game plan, any of that. But he's really like,
He is a true quarterback.
yeah, he's like rising to the occasion in a way.
Yeah.
But I could see him being the next Vince Young. Great first couple years, completely insane after that.
Vince didn't have that good of a first couple of years, man.
I think he did.
No, he had a good winning percentage.
That's
His
it.
stats were hot shit.
So I'm gonna look him up.
Like he had like Tebow stats.
I know, because Tebow never completed more than 50% of his passes. I mean, they are bad. 2,000,
know.
little over 2,000 yards.
I kind of feel Blake Bortles and Derek Carr literally hand in hand. I think whoever goes, the next one's going to be the next quarterback to go. Because I'd rather have either one of those over Kirk Cousins.
I just can't evaluate Kirk Cousins off his 1 year last year. Granted, it should be better. He should always be going up, but I kind of think, okay, people are going to figure him out now.
Yeah, I mean, he did shit when he was stepping in for RG3 back in the day.
But I also want to give him credit too, is because that system then, that offense was made for RG3.
Yeah.
Now it's made for Cousins.
Who else do we have in front of Blake?
Quarterback wise,
Yeah.
a bunch. If you want to know in our top 300, because a little bit of our stuff changed. Aaron, Cam, Russell, Luck, Breeze, Roethlisberger. Just
Alright.
a lot of the rankings changed from when I did that other one. On the old list, we had all those people: Palmer, Big Ben, Brady, Dalton, Manning, Rivers, Stafford, Cousins, Fitzpatrick.
All right.
But from the 300 one, it changed a little bit.
How do you feel about Gronk this year?
On the 300, we have him at 9. So there's Gronk, and there's the rest of the league. Like, he's in his own tier by himself.
Would you waste a top 20 pick on him?
Me, no. But in a 10-team league, you got to get the best in at least one position.
So if you had the turn, if you're at 10, and say you went.
If I got a running back or the wide receiver I wanted, I'd take him the next one.
Say you got like Lamar Miller and then Gronk.
Yeah, I can do that. It'd be really rough though.
I really don't think he gets out of the second round.
No, he won't make it to the next turn.
Like, I literally see him in almost every league not getting out of the second round.
Now, what did he go in ours last year? Second round?
Last pick is second round.
Yeah.
So
I think
went
that's his
Gronk,
floor.
Calvin Johnson.
That's his floor is the second round.
Yeah.
End of the second.
But is he worth it? Is he really worth that high of a pick?
You always think, like, used to tight ends weren't, but now they are. Just touchdowns alone.
But what about them getting Bennett?
I don't think it takes away. I think it makes it even higher. 'Cause then people are actually going to cover Bennett and leave Gronk open.
Do you think they're going to put Gronk in the slot a lot more?
I think they will. I think they'll go two tight ends a lot, though.
Dude, remember when they went Aaron Hernandez and Gronk? They were
But see-
fucking unstoppable.
Gronk was even better then.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me think.
Do
Adding
you feel
Bennett.
he's always so injury prone though? That's my big thing about him.
Well, see, that's just the last couple of years too. But what's different about him being injury prone,
College.
him being injury prone, and everybody else, is that he plays through them. He'll play with a broken forearm still taped up.
Well, it's because the way he plays is why he's injury prone.
Just smash mouthing, getting poked in the eye.
People dive at his knees
Aqib Talib pokes him in the eye.
because that's the only way you can take that monster down.
It is true. We are gonna release the top 300 list by the end of the week, for sure. So keep a lookout on it. We'll put it on the website.
Post a
And then-
link on Facebook, Twitter, everything like that.
Yeah, we'll probably even tweet a picture out or something, as well. But I think that's the bulk of this week. I mean, we want to see who else get hurt in training camp because every year it's somebody.
So, gonna really be pushing the fantasy here. I mean,
Yeah.
what we got 5 more weeks until the first game.
Well, I know Sunday is the Hall of Fame game, and then September
8th.
I think 8th, something like that. That Thursday, the second Thursday in September, is when the game is. So
Yeah, we'll push fantasy all. I mean, we're gonna do start sits on Sundays.
yeah, we'll be
Live tweet us your fantasy questions.
out there. And if
Comment
y'all
on Facebook.
want, we might even do some YouTube live shows for Sundays. Just let us know if you got any questions. Shoot us a note.
All right.
Tweet us up. Tell us you hate us. Anything's better than nothing.
Yep.
That's it for this week. See you on 26. Wilson should be back. Take it easy.